Some of them say do not take loans, it's not good. My frank opinion is one should please consider loans, also called as debt, to run the business.
What's your opinion about the investment and insurance?
A lot of people combine insurance and investments. Completely wrong. Do not combine insurance with investments. So why do you invest if you can't even beat inflation? When you want to invest, then you should always go back and look at index funds or any mutual funds.
Sir, is it necessary to take the loan to run the business? What's your opinion on that?
So there's a very good query that you've asked, and there are a lot of misconceptions about this. Some of them say do not take loans, it's not good. My frank opinion is one should please consider loans, also called as debt, to run the business. There are two conditions though. One, you should be sure that you are earning more than the cost of debt. So let's say the debt costs you around 10%. You should be sure that you will earn around 12, 15, something more than that 10%. Of course, higher the better. Second, I think you should also note that you should match the cash flows. So whenever the installments are due, are you going to generate cash flows from the business to pay that installments? So these are the two very, very important conditions. Return more than cost and tenure should be matched.
What's your opinion about the investment and insurance?
Again, a very, very good question. A lot of people combine insurance and investments. Completely wrong. I think the Menon mantra is very simple. Do not combine insurance with investments. Take any policy, money back, endowment, and you will see the return that you get is around 5% max. So why do you invest if you can't even beat inflation? So the answer is simple. Do not combine insurance and investments. For insurance, you should take a pure term insurance. That's it. It is a life cover. When you want to invest, then you should always go back and look at index funds or any mutual funds. Insurance for me is very simple, my friend. Pure term insurance.
One more question, sir. So, what's your opinion about women-led enterprise?
So now that's a topic which we have been talking about. Frankly, I see a lot of women entrepreneurs also now coming into business. But let me again tell you, my research says that, my study says that women have always played a good role in business. They may not come actively into business, but they are there to support the family. They are there whenever I call them as a chief executive officer, CEO, is what we say professionally. For many cases, I have seen mothers, wives play the role of chief emotional officer. Many a times, ladies themselves want to come and do business. I think society should support them. Gone are those days when you say that it is a male-dominated field. I think today, all businesses, there are very good women business leaders. I can give you examples. Banking, financial services, right? Automobile dealerships, logistics. Logistics is purely a male-dominated. But I have students who have really, really done well in a male-dominated field. The answer is simple. Let the woman have their choice.
Whether the fundraising helps to grow a company to the next level?
Again, mixed opinions here. I believe when you say fundraising, you're talking about equity, shares. So the answer is very simple. Many companies, they are still unlisted. They don't want to raise funds from outside. Completely fine. And they can grow with their own capital, of course, with bank loans also. In case you decide to take outside funds, private equity, venture capitalists, or list your company. Again, there is no hard and fast rule. If the promoter decides, there are a lot of pros and cons for that. As with any management, there is nothing black or white. It's always gray. Once you take that decision, then there are certain things you should remember. One, compliance is very important. Second, enough disclosures. You can't say this is all opaque. I will not share data. Once you list, you go to outside investors, you have to share data. More importantly, shareholders can ask questions. I've seen many business owners say that, we will not raise outside funds because we don't want to answer anybody. Again, their choice. But having said that, my personal opinion is family managed businesses could consider listing to unlock value and also to monetize their efforts. Many a times, promoters themselves want to sell the shares, raise some money. it helps when you list your company on a stock exchange.
Is it better to raise the bank loan in the initial days than going for the fundraising or giving the stakes?
Answer here is, according to me, definitely bank loans if you can service those loans, right? If you can't, if it's a very risky proposition and you're looking for somebody to share that risk, then maybe equity with outside investors. Do not take loans for risky ventures. That I am very, very clear. So, okay, growth capital, right? Something you can manage, bank loans. But many promoters, unfortunately, for very risky ventures, they take bank loans. I would suggest that that should not be the case. They should then raise money from people who are willing to share that risk with them.